Have you ever felt like you're playing next to a drummer instead of with them? In this video, I'm breaking down 3 ways to lock in with your drummer. First, with a kick snare pattern, where your left hand follows the kick and your right hand follows the snare. And then second, with any drum fill, where you can actually follow the rhythm of the fill on the piano. And finally, building into a crescendo, where you build right along with the energy the drummer's creating. I'm going to show you 3 song examples using clips from a live church service, so you can hear what the drummer's doing, and then watch me play along at the same time. So let's get into it. Okay, so this first example I want to show you was in a song called All Hail King Jesus, and we did it in the key of E. And so, let's see, it was in the instrumental part, so it goes, All Hail King Jesus. So this is the chorus, All Hail the Savior of the world, All Hail King Jesus. All hail the world. And then it goes into this instrumental part. And so what I used to do on piano, it would be, there's just kind of this rhythm hook to it. So it goes 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And it goes into the verse. And so that instrumental part, I ended up changing it over the, 2 years we've been playing it. So now what I would do is 2, 3, and I kind of do this walk up with octaves. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and I move up an octave. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. So that's kind of the only thing that I changed. And so when we were doing it this weekend, I noticed that the drummer did an accent on that last kind of walk up, but he did it as a triplet. So it sounded like 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Like that. When he did that in practice, I thought, oh, that sounds really good. Let me copy that when we go live. And this is funny because I didn't say anything to him. He didn't say anything to me. But when we did it live, we both nailed it and it sounded great. And so what I'll do is I'll play that for you right now so you can hear it. Like that. So it was pretty cool when we landed it together. It was just kind of nice that, he played something different. I heard it. And then we, when we did it live, we did it and it sounded great. So that's the first thing that you can do when you're listening to a drummer and he does kind of a fill or something different, just talk to him and say, hey, are you going to do that live? And if he says yes, then you can work it out. If you hear something that you like, maybe you can get with him to work out something together. You can kind of play the same fill on the piano, kind of hitting those same hits. So that was the first example that I really liked. The next song I wanted to show you was when we did What a Beautiful Name, and we did that in the key of D. And so we did it in the bridge. So yours is the kingdom, yours is the glory, da 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 da, the enough on name, and it builds, but da 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 da, it is. So that was the part we did it. And so this part that I wanted to show you was when we're building, the drummer, he's kind of building into a crescendo, and then he does kind of some offbeat snare accents. And so I'll kind of play. So it was, yours is the kingdom, yours is the glory, and then the snare. Like that. So it was kind of a builds back to that chorus. And so all I was doing is when I play it, I usually just do those kind of building chords. But when he did it in practice, he kind of kind of an off snare beat. And so when I heard that, I kind of copied that, doing these kind of hits. So this is just the song, and I'll kind of show you with my hands here when he hits the snare. So he's building, still building. beat snare, and he builds into the chorus. So let me play it with the song so you can see what I'm talking about. So again, another example of how when he's building, obviously, if he's doing a 16th note build, you're kind of playing along with him. Now you can hit kind of notes like this where you're hitting all the chords at the same time. What I like to do is play octaves. Build. Like that. So I'm kind of crescendoing as he's building and getting louder. I'm kind of following that dynamic. Okay, this last example was when we did the song Good Plans, and we did that in the key of D. So it was in the chorus. I think it's a triple chorus. And in this first chorus, the kick snare pattern is one way. And then we kind of do a drum fill into the second chorus, and then we do some hits, and then we kind of build and go in the third chorus, and then that's when his kick snare pattern changes. So the first chorus, let's see, well, actually the chorus goes, he has good plans, he has good plans for me, so I will take heart in deserts and gardens. So that's kind of one pass of a chorus, and so we do that 3 times. And so I think his pattern was kick, 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 snare, snare, kick, 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 snare, kick, 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 snare, snare, kick, 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 snare, kick, 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 snare, snare, kick, 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 snare. So what you can do on the piano, obviously your left hand is kick and your right hand is snare. So it'd be kick, 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 snare, snare, kick, 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 snare, kick, 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 snare, snare, kick, 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 snare. And you use that pattern as you're going through the chord changes. So it's, he has good plans. And when I play these chords, it's a D, B minor, A, D or F sharp, G, B minor, A. And so as I go through it, I'm kind of playing kind of all over the place, but I'm really more trying to show you an example of how I mimic the kick snare pattern. So it'd be kick, 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 snare, snare, kick, 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 snare, snare, and then build. Kick, 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 snare, snare, like that. Kick, kick, snare, snare. And if you use a different kind of chord progression, it would be kick, 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 snare, snare, kick, kick, snare, kick, 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 snare, snare, kick, kick, snare, like that. And so that was that first kick pattern. On the third chorus, he changes it, and so he's just kind of doing 4 on the floor. So it's like kick, 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 all the way through. And then his snare pattern was snare, 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 kick, snare, 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 like that. So boom, boom, ga, doom, doom, ga, doom, ga, doom, 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 ga, doom, doom, ga, doom, ga, kind of like that. And so you're playing that as you play these chord changes. So snare, 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 and then you build. So if you compare the first kick pattern with the second kick pattern, the first one was kick, 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 snare, snare, kick, 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 snare, kick, 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 snare, snare, kick, kick, like that. And then the second kick pattern was and when he does a double kick, you can do it in octaves too, like that. And that's another reason why I love playing octaves, because you can build, use octaves to build, and then 4 on the floor, like that. So let me just play the song first, and I'll kind of talk you through the different changes that he does. Here's the hits. we're building. Kick, 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 kick. Here's some more hits. Kick, kick. The pattern changes. And then it ends. Okay, now let me play through it with it, and I'll see if I can follow those patterns here. So I hope that gives you an idea of how you can follow a drummer, whether he's doing a drum fill or a kick snare pattern or building on a crescendo, and you can kind of follow along with him as he's doing it to help build the dynamics of the song. And that's something that's really important too, is it's really hard to hear what a drummer's doing if you're so focused on what you're playing, on the chords you're playing, on whatever you're doing. So it's important to come practiced and make sure that you rehearse and you really know what you're doing so that you can open up your eyes and open up your ears to hear what other instruments are doing, so that when you hear something that you like and you think, oh, I can kind of double that or play along with it, you know, that's the difference between just playing a song and playing with a band, is you can really kind of make magic happen just by playing what other people are doing. So I hope that helps. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.